2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Bucks. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Andre DeCumbo in at the 4. And for Toronto, Lowry out there with Green. And the man in the middle, just call him Serge Protector. The premier shot blocker in the NBA, Serge Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard.
The Raptors have been in the rebuilding process for a while now. Even though they still didn't crack the postseason, they were able to do something they haven't done in several years. Win more than they lose here in Toronto.
And it might seem like such a small accomplishment, but going back to what you said, Clark, about the Raptors, that they are a young team, and it takes small steps like that to climb up the standings. Steve, you know this year to year.
Yeah, no question. I mean, unless you have a once-in-a-lifetime or at least once-in-a-generation type player in the draft, you have to do it with smaller steps, and that's what the Raptors are trying to do. I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
To the inside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, after a brief 2-year drought, the Bucks got back to the playoffs this past season, but it wasn't pretty once they got there. With several guarantees from players about upsetting the Heat, they didn't win a single game and were swept by the Miami Heat.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Back to the Bucks in the playoffs. In every aspect, they were overmatched by the Heat, and no one really thought they would upset them, but many thought, Steve, that they would at least get a game.
Well, I wasn't one of them, Kevin. I thought they were overmatched from the start, and you could tell in that series Miami wasn't even interested until the fourth quarter. They knew they could just flip a switch and beat this Milwaukee team, and that's exactly what they did.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, you know, the Bucks thought they had a plan to make a big push forward by pairing some talent together in the backcourt, but what seems to have happened is they are now mired in mediocrity, which is exactly where you don't want to be.
That's good.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Back to Lopez. Bledsoe outside. Number 13. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And back to Minnesota. They were the 8th seed in the East last year, but still finished 6 games under 500. Still a lot of work for them to get above 500 and be in a position where, Steve, they are, competing for home court in the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of changes for the Bucks in the offseason, but a team that was able to sneak in last year. They're hopeful to make it once again this season, but it feels like they're kind of stuck in the middle right now.
Here's Leonard. Following the 3 by Milwaukee. Gets it to go.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Dwayne Casey. Dictating the pace and making sure that pace is up-tempo is what he's hoping they can do in this one. He said, we're fast, we know it, and we're going to make sure they know it too.
Thank you, Doris. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Number 43, defended by Antetokounmpo. Number 43, smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Pass to Lopez. Ibaka on him. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nails it from the high post.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Now here is Lowry. Knocked loose. Outside, Green. From deep. That's good. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. The pass to Antetokounmpo. 8 feet away. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Boy, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Ibaka sets the pick for Leonard. Back to Ibaka. Second call, and he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Wow, look how quick he flashes to the rim there for the dunk.
Well, a front office shakeup this offseason for the Toronto Sauruses. The Raptors spent big money to attract the executive of the year, and there was definitely some turnover as people were let go and fresh faces were hired on.
Wilson, he's checked in for the Bucks. And Ibaka, no good on that one. You know, with the new leadership here in Toronto, perhaps a change for the better for a team that's only made the playoffs, Steve, 5 times in its 18-year history.
The new general manager is very well respected around the league. He's done a great job in Denver, and now a chance to turn this Toronto franchise around. And remember, Kevin, this is one of the best fan bases in the NBA. These fans love their team. I think this is kind of a sleeping giant here.
For Toronto, they've gotten only 1 of their first 6 shots to fall today. Outside Lowry. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. And there's the layup. Middleton's got his first basket of the night. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Leonard attacking. The feed to Ibaka. Nice D from Wilson.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Bledsoe left side. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The shot's good from Antetokounmpo.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Raptors trail by 5. Leonard attacking. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Marcus Gasol is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Bucks leading by 3. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
That's 5 for 5 now to start the game. Wow, he's in for a big night.
You know, I think at some point you got to start thinking about throwing a different look his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this.
The Raptors making a switch here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach from Milwaukee?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
You know, the Bucks were the last team to make it into the Eastern Conference playoffs, and part of the reason that happened was because they didn't really do well against the rest of the conference. 24 and 28 against the East.
Hits the bucket.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Clark, as you were saying, the rest of the Eastern Conference got the better of the Bucks. Had they been a little tougher against some of the lesser teams in their own conference, they might not have had to deal with the Heat in the first round of last year's playoffs.
Well, the Bucks tried to mix things up last year. Remember, they made the big trade at mid-season, 2-1 for J.J. Redick, moving on from some of the young players. And I think that changed. And, of course, the coaching switch from Scott Skiles to Jim Boylan. So they lost some of their momentum.
Bucks leading by 3. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night. Raptors have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. excellent pace to their offense. Outside, Green. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Goes up the baseline. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Such an awesome shooting display. I mean, perfect, going 7 for 7 to start this one.
Yeah, get him the ball. I mean, he is draining everything out there.
Now here's Leonard. He has 6. Outside, Green. Feeds it to Gasol. Back and down. Green. Back to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. It's rebounded by Wilson. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. 11 feet away, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Middleton's got his second bucket of the night. Raptors trail by 9. Lowry kicks to Green. Pass to Gasol. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Milwaukee making a switch here. Milwaukee leading by 9. Hill passes to Wilson. Snell. He feeds it to Ilyasova. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Powell dishes to Lynn. .153 left in the first quarter. Fader on the way. Shot is off. And it's Milwaukee's ball. The dish to Hill. Back to Wilson. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Raptors trail by 11. Outside, Lynn. They get a hand on it. Snell throws down the breakaway jam.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
You know, it appeared to be another season where the Raptors will be near the bottom of the league, but while the terms rock bottom and embarrassing floated around, they made some moves and were able to go on a run to climb towards the middle of the pack.
.104 left in the first. Pass to Lynn. Number 23. And again, no good by Toronto. Well, we all know the trade for Rudy Gay, the major move coming last season for the Raptors. They were able to get a look at the playoff scenario at times. And, you know, Steve, it looked like they were much more competitive down the stretch.
Yeah, this is a team that has struggled the last few years, but I think that spark near the end of the regular season gives them hope. And now it's time to start that climb, get back into the playoffs, and continue to build and become an excellent NBA franchise, because they have the potential to do so.
Bucks leading by 15. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Fast break Toronto. Lynn's running. Comes up empty down low.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. The Bucks on top, up by 15. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
Dishes it to Ilyasova. Lopez. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
The Bucks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
That's good from Lopez.
You know, during the season before last, the Bucks' problem had been offense. They just couldn't put up points consistently, and even when their defense would hold up, they would simply get outgunned by teams. They decided to change that by trying to be more of a transition team last year.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, guys, Andrea Bargnani, the #1 overall pick back in 2006, but he hasn't been a star caliber player in the NBA. Injuries have played a role, certainly, but his defense and rebounding have been the biggest problems. A former coach of his with the Raptors said it just didn't seem like he had enough passion for the game, that it wasn't important enough to him. Some pretty harsh words, but guys, sometimes for 7-footers, the game finds them. And defense and rebounding, certainly not the glamorous parts of this game. Kevin will see if he ever realizes his potential.
And hope for the best. Thanks, Doris. And back to the Bucks actually led the entire Eastern Conference in pace and were 3rd overall in the NBA. Steve, only teams that were ahead of them were the Rockets and Nuggets, 2 teams you always think of running.
Well, it makes sense for the Bucks to have played that style last year. You had that backcourt of Ellis and Jennings, a lot of speed and quickness. They later added J.J. Redick, so you had shooting. So they had to play fast. It made some sense, but in the end, you know, they've made some changes in the offseason, and they're looking to get better.
Here's Lopez off the inbound, and he lays it up and in. Lopez has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Now here's Lynn. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Toronto working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. And good on the basket. Hook it.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass on.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And the Raptors making a change here. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Bucks leading by 17. Kicks to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Lopez. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You know, he may not have the elevation or the hops. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys, Clark, you're right.
You know, sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, then he can put it down.
And Toronto has possession after the basket by Milwaukee. Ibaka goes in. He kicks it to Powell. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the 3-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
D2 from Hill. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? Beyond the arc. The shot by Powell, no good. The Bucks have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. It's rebounded by Powell. Raptors trail by 21. Lynn kicks to Powell. Back to Lynn. Passes it to Powell. And there's the feed to Lynn. The pass to Powell. From downtown. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yeah, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
Bucks leading by 18. Feeds it to Lopez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, that didn't go down, but those are exactly the plays coaches like to see.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Well, and you know, you take what you can from him from the foul line. A season ago, he shot in that low 60% range.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
And both free throws good for Lopez.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
And here are the Raptors now. And Ibaka kicks to Lynn. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Lynn's got 5 now.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him. Come get it, come get it.
Lopez right side. Now here's Lynn. He's covered closely. Lets the 3 fly. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
Bucks leading by 15. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Into Brook Lopez. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Milwaukee shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. No good on the free throw. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. And the second free throw, good. Raptors trail by 16. Back to Ibaka. Puts up a 3. No good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Antetokounmpo. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
A lot of problems that the Raptors encountered last season had to do with the youth of their team, and I think specifically with their foul trouble. They had a group of young players that maybe got a little over exuberant. They didn't quite understand the nuances of NBA defense. They've got to continue to grow, and one of the ways they can do so is improving their decision-making defensively in terms of how often they make fouls.
That free throw missing. As you were talking about, concerning the Raptors, fouls and getting into foul trouble, a huge problem for them. Last in the league, Clark, in free throws given up, and they've led the entire league in fouls committed.
You know what? They would commit a foul on just about 20% of the plays in a game, Kevin.
Wow.
That's just way too much, and really not a formula for winning basketball, and that's something they'll have to get better at this season.
And he's good on the second. Toronto calls timeout.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
Raptors trail by 17. Number 23, started by Hill, and Ibaka slams it in.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Misses the layup.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Pass to Ibaka. And that one's good. Ibaka's got 6.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Bucks leading by 13. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 18. Ibaka with the screen on Hill. Number 23. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 5 points in the game.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. There's the dish to Lopez. Bucks passing it around. Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 20.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Ibaka outside. And it's sent back by Lopez. 1:30 left to play here in the second quarter. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Hill drives in. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Lowry. The 15-footer. Good. Lowry's got his second bucket tonight.
Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yeah, their offense has really come alive. Can they come back and even it up? That's the question.
Now here's Ilyasova. And the shot's good from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Lowry against Bledsoe. In the pass to Lowry. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. That's 7 points for Kyle Lowry.
They're having much more success here in the second. After missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Antetokounmpo drops in the layup for 2.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Lynn gets a screen from Gasol. Lynn against Bledsoe. A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got 7 points.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. That's good. Antetokounmpo's got 26. Leonard kicks to Green. Back to Leonard. And that one goes long. Here's Ilyasova. Can't get it to go. And so that brings the first half to a close. Bucks lead by 12. And get ready now for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. The second half will be coming up right after that on 2K Sports.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's Hump Day, and this is 2K Sports at the half. Glad you're along for the ride. The Milwaukee Bucks have the lead against Toronto. They've been having their way inside. A huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. Brook Lopez has not felt much resistance against this Raptors defense. We've come to expect performances like this one from him. And hanging tough, the Toronto Raptors. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. An impressive first half for Jeremy Lin. He's got 7 points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. It's been one outstanding game from Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. He was all alone on that one. Antetokounmpo's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Bucks. Bledsoe against Lowry. He passes to Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Green's got 5 points so far. Bucks leading by 13. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Back to Bledsoe. And the pass to Antetokounmpo from 11 feet away. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
After a big improvement defensively in 11-12, the Raptors took a step back in that department last year with all the moving parts, young players they added, and gelling that had to be done. You could see why that would have been the case.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his first points in this one.
Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get off a steal.
Exactly. No defense for that.
Lowry drives in, dishes it to Green. Leonard with the lead pass, number 43. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, we do know young teams struggle with D, as you were talking about, Clark, and the Raptors definitely fell into that category last season. They have some athletic players for sure. And, you know, they could get better this year and beyond, Steve, if they work as a unit. Of course, that'll be the key.
Yeah, they weren't bad by any means last season. I mean, they would end up near the middle or at least bottom third of every big defensive stat. But, you know, they made some strides, and I think this year they have to take that next step, and they've got to continue to build on what they have.
And so he makes both from the line. Bucks leading by 15. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lopez up top. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. The Bucks have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. 2 shots. And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Raptors trail by 17. And the Raptors call time here. You have to like what we've been seeing from Antetokounmpo.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Here's Lowry. He has 7. Leonard. Green left side. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lopez outside. He passes to Antetokounmpo to the middle. Number 13. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
Wow. He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
A second chance effort. And it's good on the way in. 6 points for him.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Milwaukee leading by 17. There's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Low block shot on the way. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Lowry against Bledsoe. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
And Milwaukee has possession. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Raptors trail by 19. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
I think he's been kind of passive today. And you know, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Here's Lopez. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Antetokounmpo. From outside, off the mark. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Lowry. Blocked. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Wilson, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Sweet move. And Gasol with the dunk. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. And they may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Puts up the baby hook and counted. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile. They're 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
Bucks leading by 12. Middleton the pass to Ilyasova. Now here's Wilson. Gasol with the steal. Lowry with the ball. He has 7. Expanding his range. Gets it to go. Lowry's got 10 points in the game.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Here's Middleton. Kicks it to Ilyasova. Passes to Wilson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And Toronto has possession. They trail by 11. Leonard kicks to Gasol. He dishes it to Green. Outside Leonard. The feed to Gasol. Rebound Milwaukee. Bledsoe's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
The Bucks have been shooting right around 75% of the line, 9 of 12 so far. And he knocks down the first one. Milwaukee making a switch here. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Raptors trail by 12. The drive by Green. Rebounded by Wilson.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Middleton, the pass to Antetokounmpo. He kicks it to Middleton. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Antetokounmpo's got 37.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Toronto calls timeout.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Ibaka outside. Back to Lowry. Buries the jump shot. Lowry's got 12 points in the game. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 39.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Stolen by Bledsoe. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Here is Lynn, following the bucket by the Bucks. Feeds it to Ibaka. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Milwaukee with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. On the left block, uses the glass that time, and it's good. Antetokounmpo's got 41.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Lynn dishes to Gasol. Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Lynn. Pass to Leonard. Clock at 4. Back to Lynn. Kicks it to Leonard. Shoots the 3. Shot is off. Bucks leading by 16. The dish to Middleton. Fires the 3. Good on the shot. Middleton's got 10 points in the game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Puts up a prayer. Off on that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Bucks on top, leading by 17. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. So it's Toronto now. 17-point game. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Toronto, number 43. 2 shots.
Come on, you can hit this!
And the first one drops. He hits both from the strike. Milwaukee leading by 15. Fishes the Bledsoe. Passes it to Wilson. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Milwaukee making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. That free throw good from Wilson.
This is a positive trend for him, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. That's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
Now here's Leonard. He dishes it to Green. Hits the three-point bomb.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Milwaukee's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. The feed now to Middleton. Off his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. Gasol with the steal.
Their turnovers are really prominent. I know they're leading, but eventually it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possession.
They've been so undisciplined, Clark. That's been the most disappointing thing for me here.
And Milwaukee has possession. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Now here is Lowry. He kicks to Green. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists now tonight. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. He passes to Wilson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Lowry. Leonard. It's rebounded by Wilson. Wilson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. And he goes in for the dunk.
Tell you what, to be successful, this team needs his scoring, and they're really counting on him.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here we go, one-on-one. Makes the lead pass. The shot's good from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 47 points.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
Now here's Gasol. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Bledsoe. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. All alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And Lopez throws it down.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Leonard kicks to Green. There's the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew. They're doing a great job here in the second half. They've brought their free throw percentage up quite a bit. And that's winning basketball. That's one of the ingredients in winning basketball. Good free throw shooting.
Leonard off the pick from Ibaka. Lowry inside the line. Again, Toronto.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Bucks leading by 14. Good drive by Lopez. Good.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Lowry from outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Outside for Bledsoe. Feeds to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. And again, it's Milwaukee converted.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Here's Leonard. He feeds it to Lowry. And another basket for Toronto. The Bucks have gone on a tear here in the 4th. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Pass to Lopez. Kicks it to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Tries a 3. And it's Lowry with the rebound. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. That is good. Lowry's got 11 in the second half.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. It's stolen by Ibaka. Left side Lowry. Left side Lowry. Right side Green. Lets it go with the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Middleton. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. Antetokounmpo. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points in just this quarter. Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 13. 1:46 left here in the 4th quarter. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He told his guys, it's time to turn it up a little and try to make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's Green. The turnaround. Leonard. And Ibaka slams it in.
And, you know, they haven't had the best day inside, but they got one when it mattered most.
Milwaukee leading by 11. Number 13. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
And they're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
Now here's Leonard. And the Raptors take on 2 more.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
1:16 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Well, their worst fear came true. This is still anyone's ball game, but losing him to foul trouble will make it a lot tougher. Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backup. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production.
The Raptors making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. The free throw off from Antetokounmpo. Raptors trail by 13. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Here's Gasol. Raptors get it back. Here's Lowry. Lopez with the block. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Leonard with the steal. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Good aggressive finish on the break.
That's as easy a 2 points as you could ask for.
Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Lopez, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 13.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Lowry from outside. And it's Lowry again missing. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The dish to Bledsoe. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 58.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted the win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Number 13. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.
I was 7 years old when I got my first pair, and I stepped outside, and I was like, Mama, this air bubble right here, it's gonna making me fly. I hit that court, and when I jumped, I swear I got so high. I touched the net. Mom, I touched the net. This is the best day of my life. Air Maxes were next. That air bubble, that mesh. The box, the smell, the stuffing, the tread at school. I was so cool, I knew that I could increase them. My friends couldn't afford them. 4 stripes on their Adidas. On the court, I wasn't the best, but my kicks are like the pros. Yo, stick out my tongue.